So we're halfway through deployment. Let's take a look at what's going on. Here's the Daemons deployment. Now I had a very limited number of deployables. It was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units, and then heroes, all in one go. So that would make 6 deployables. The 6 deploying segment being the heroes. 1, 2, 3, 4 hero types. And 1 unit upgrade, the changeling. Now, the reason I bring this up is the orcs and goblins were only halfway through deploying. So Mike still has all this stuff to still put on. Now this is a huge advantage because it means he gets to see where my stuff is and may even get the first turn. However, if you finish deploying first, you get +1 to the roll to go first. So that's definitely something. Now Mike's doing what he always does, which is constipating his forces, like putting units behind other units. Not always bad, but definitely not always good. Okay, we've already looked at Daemons deployment. Mike, why don't you tell us what's going on over here?
I have a lot of expendable troops. The goblins don't really matter. It's like 60 points per unit. So as long as I can push them up forward, they're pretty much fanatic delivery systems. Then they break, get shot at, whatever, they can flee. And there's a rule that it's called size matters, that if goblins break and flee, they don't cause panic for anything that's bigger than them. So if they flee past the orcs don't have to take a test for it. So I can get rid of them pretty quickly. Yeah, I've got my shooting units in the middle, fast cavalry on the side. That's pretty much it.
All right. Well, I'm interested to see how it plays, because your traditional thing is that you're compacted.
Yeah, I tend to get boxed in on one side, and with this being in here, oops.
Well, that's an easy hill. In fact, there's no reason you couldn't just put the goblins on top of that if you wanted to.
Yeah.
That might make it for easier exit. Because, I mean, look at how big this thing is to get through there. And that's like a 10-inch gap, and your guys are 10 inches. So that is like really not that good of a swath at movement 4 to actually get out of that corner. It might be much better to put your giant blocks out here. I don't know.
I'm going to stick with this and see
Actually,
how it goes.
I do know. Okay. Well, Mike has Mike has under his belt one of the great pieces of advice you can get, which is don't listen to Sean. Okay, here comes the almighty dice roll to go first.
Hope
Plus
this isn't
one
an
for the
indication
Daemons.
Of, how
That's
things are going to go for the
die.
rest of the game.
6.
Oh.
Yep, can't beat a 7.
All right.
All right, awesome. Well, I'm definitely taking the first turn. Hey, I just wanted to mention, this is the commercial, right? How great it is to play with a painted army and some nice terrain. It just looks beautiful. It's good for the soul. I actually think it's soul food to have a game of Warhammer on Saturday night and eat onion rings and play with 2 beautifully painted armies.